What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 14 of the ultimate 100% guide for Black Myth Wukong. In this episode, we're going to be storming through chapter 5 and getting as far as we can. Fortunately, this is definitely one of the shorter chapters, but there's a lot of difficult boss fights ahead, most of which include two bosses at the same time. So I'll be showing you the best strategies along the way, and of course, if you follow this guide, you will have unlocked every single portrait, located every single collectible, every single secret area, defeated every single boss, and of course obtained the secret true ending. So without further ado, let's get started. Now that we've arrived at the Ashen Pass 1 shrine, we can head on over here to the left and we're going to absorb this will. This is just an open area, not much to it aside from just a really nice, I'd say a different environment, one that we haven't yet seen. Nice and gray and smoky, and you got the contrast of the fire. It just looks really nice. It's fun to look at, that's for sure. Anyways, we're going to be approaching this way. We just have an archer up here, so just try and dodge a shot. Perfect dodges always feel so much more satisfying. Alright, now as we come up here, there's a few things I want to take note of. There's going to be a battle taking place, and a boss fight actually up here, but what you want to do is you want to bypass all of that. So when you see the fire on the bridge here, we want to actually run past all of that and we're going to circle around, okay? Because if not, that raining fire is going to be destroying us the entire time. So it's just not advised to deal with that. So just dodge as soon as you see it. You see the pale axe stalwart enemy already aggroing towards us, but don't worry. All of these items are going to be collecting. There's actually method to this here. So just safely get your way up here. Now, this fight, I suggest that you do not actually lock onto him. Instead, head over to the right and then aim for the right part of, or the left part of the, the carriage here, but the right part of this boss. Now, definitely feel free to use all your mobilizations and whatever else you want. Once you kind of get in this angle, you're safe to then lock on. But if not, I would not suggest doing it because there's a really weird hitbox with this boss. And it's a bit of an issue, so if you get over to the left side, do it. Use your transformation, and then every third hit will actually trigger him to get stunned. And this is something we're going to use pretty regularly, actually, with every single one of these carts. You'll be introduced to the carts and what the quest associated with them is, but there's 5 carts in total. So this is just more so for safety if you ever kind of get in a pinch. If not, you want to make him hit you so you can do Skull Crusher as much as possible. But that was just kind of a showcase of how that works. But once you farm up 2 focus points, dodge when he opens up his arms there. What we can do is spam together these combos to stun him. Dodge when he opens up his arms, and then we're going to continue. Focus up 2 points again, and we do a focus point combo as soon as we can. And that's of course tapping triangle or heavy button twice in a row. So here, we're going to do this, and then triangle, and triangle again. He'll be stunned usually. This one's extra resilient today for some reason. You can go ahead and use your mobilization again, it's fine. Keep him steady. Do our light attack. I'm going to scoot over to the left here. Or the right, sorry. Heavy attack combo. He's still just kind of chilling. Dodge when he opens his arms. Try and time that better than I did, of course. These guys deal tons of fire damage, but fortunately for us, we do have the fireproof mantle equipped, so we're going to be in much better shape than most. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Dodge when he opens up his arms. And we'll go for the heavy attack combo here. This dude's just doing all kinds of damage. But no worries, we're like 2 feet away from the shrine. We're not going to tag the shrine just yet, though. Instead, just make sure you top off your gourd. And then we're going to mosey on down. Hopefully the boss down below has taken out some of the other enemies. What we want to do is make sure we grab this. This will replenish our gourd and, of course, even potentially give us more mana if you need it. So don't forget that right there. Now we're going to drop down and face off with the intended enemy. It's the pale Stalwart axe, I believe. Alright, so as we work our way down here, hopefully he'll clear out some of the enemies. Depending on how long it took you to clear out the cart enemy, most of the time he'll have cleared out most of them, but it seems like there's plenty of them still standing. So, we want to kind of bait him over here. Honestly, we don't want to face off with all these enemies at once. Let's see if we can get his attention. There you go. Then use mobilization, then we'll try and do work here. He didn't clean them up as he normally does. That's no problem. Big attack here. You can do cloud step. Just kind of string everything together. We're going for just max damage here. He does follow-up strikes that are very circular, so just be careful. Those little kicks don't do much damage, but if you're stuck against the wall, just gotta roll out. Alright, here goes. Jumping heavy attack here. Kind of stun him. Go for another light attack combo. There we go. Another light attack combo. There you go. Now that we've done enough damage, we're actually going to learn that he's not such a bad guy. If they're busy, we can actually chat with him. So let's go ahead and initiate the talk.
Oh, lad, it can't be you. I thought you were one of them. What happened to me?
He's actually a friendly NPC, so...
The Bull King is relieved you're unharmed. Well, consider yourself lucky. I knew of you long ago. The thing you seek, the king must know about it.
Alright, let's chat with him a little bit more and see if he's able to speak with us. Watch our backs here.
Nowhere. The whole mountain was infested with those stinking corpses. Some coffin carts blocked all the passes up, burning everything in their path. You seem clever. How about you find a way to destroy them, eh?
We've already destroyed one of the 5 carts, and believe it or not, there's only 3 left, so...
They're called 5-element carts, an evil and powerful invention of the king's son. I'm afraid they're not only guarding the passes. Trust me, there's more to it. Got to hold my ground at the entrance for a while. Can't imagine the chaos without me. They're called 5...
Alright, so now we've exhausted his dialogue, we can run around here, clear up any remaining enemies. So this little guy right here should be another unique enemy type, one if we can add to the portraits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just kidding. They have shields, so naturally the shields are going to be a nuisance. You got to get rid of them before you can deal true damage to the enemy. Jumping heavy attack just to finish him off. There you go. Good stuff. Now, eventually the Bull King will actually move her up to this little ledge here and oversee this cliff. We're going to speak with him after we defeat 2 elemental carts. Okay, so remember, after the 2nd elemental cart you defeat, you want to return to this area and speak to the Bull NPC. So now we can circle around here and loot all these coffins. And it's the Pale Axe Stalwart. So we're just going to call him Stalwart. Or the Bull NPC if I forget. Alright. So now we can work our way up the stairs where we face off with the Stalwart Broseph here. And then we're going to find that closed coffin. And loot that one as well. And then we're going to return upstairs towards the cart that we just defeated. Now, remember, I strongly suggest you clear out the cart first. It doesn't interrupt any of the sequences or break any sequences with the side quest, so just come right up and defeat him first. Otherwise, it's going to be raining down fire. If you missed the will from earlier, make sure you absorb it. It'll be up here. And then you can drop down and activate this shrine. This was the shrine that the elemental cart was guarding. They're technically called the 5 element carts, but I only ever see them use fire, which is 1 element to me. Alright, so now that we've activated the Camp of Seasons, we will be returning here a little bit later on. So now we can run over here and make sure you try and dodge this arrow if you can. Alright, light attack combo to take him out. We're going to be introduced to a handful of new enemies. These glowing enemies here are actually stuck in pillories. After you defeat them, back away because they do explode and they have a huge AoE, so that entire AoE, you will take damage if you get struck from within that range. It's massive, and it deals tons of damage as well. If you didn't follow the last episode, just make sure you have the Fire Mantle equipped. It's going to be incredibly useful for this entire sequence. Remember, we do have the upgraded version of immobilization because of our relic, so we should be able to freeze more than one enemy at the same time, which is great. When the big guys die, they're gonna swing around like crazy just a few times, so just clear the way for them and back away from him. They can chain the explosions. If you catch on fire, roll 3 times and you'll extinguish yourself. So once we've defeated them, we can grab the Fire Bellflower, go inside this cave, and then we'll see another new enemy. Definitely want to see if you can possibly take this one out first. Light attack combo should do the trick. Back away, and might even get some explosion damage there. There you go. Heavy attack. Now, good thing is these guys don't blow up, so you can just beat them up at your leisure. They're just the fire variants of those particular bats that we've already faced off with before. All the way, I think, back in chapter 1. Alright, so here, first thing you want to do is run across the bridge, sprint up the stairs, and take out the archer. This guy can cause all kinds of issues if you don't take him out early. Then we have the pillory bro down here. We'll take him out as well. And then we'll back away and we'll face off this guy next. Then do a immobilization to keep him down. Once we farm up 2 points here, we can go ahead and do a heavy attack combo. Smash combo is pretty solid against these guys. Let's keep them on their backs as much as you can. Smash stance is going to be kind of the best stance, I believe, for most of these enemies. So now we can head over here. He was guarding this coffin. I'm going to go ahead and grab this coffin. Alright. Not bad at all. So what you want to do next is head up here. What the heck? Grab these mushrooms, and then there's a meditation spot up here we're going to tag. So right up here, we can go ahead and grab this meditation spot. If you look at our gourd, it looks beautiful. Beautiful legendary golden gourd. And just you wait, it's only going to get better. And actually in this chapter, possibly even this episode if we can get there fast enough, I believe we will be able to actually witness it firsthand. It's going to be really exciting. Alright. So after meditating, we're going to go, there's 2 pathways towards that little temple over there, that shrine, if you will. But we're not going to take the stairs. We're actually going to go down the bottom left-hand path and kind of hug the outskirts there. Just be careful because there are archers from across the way that can hit you. So just move in a straight line, keep sprinting, and just go for the bat. He'll be behind the tree for the most part, so you should be good. And now this rock should defend us as well. But instead we're getting shot by every arrow, so that's just fun. Instead, just go crazy on him. Rage out. Alright, so he's dead. We can grab this mushroom. And that's what was supposed to happen. You're supposed to miss, Mr. Archer. So don't go up the stairs, instead go around to the left. There's another enemy up here. Just continue up this pathway. Can do a jumping heavy attack if you want to take him out. Recover some health, and we take out this guy. The little revenants. There you go. Swing, swing. And then we can take out... We can actually use immobilization and take the big guy out if you like. He's the bigger threat. He'll start swinging around like crazy. That's fine. Just 2 swings from him, and then he falls to his death. And we can back away from this explosive little pillory guy here. Just remember, they have a huge AoE, so... And that explosion deals tons of damage. So open up this coffin. And then we're going to go circle around upstairs. Right where that little temple was. And we're going to be opening up a turtle chest. A golden turtle chest. So we're going to just be moving on through here. This is honestly one of my favorite chapters. I thought the boss fights were incredibly interesting. Alright, watch for the larger enemy, of course. And then we have a bunch of the smaller ones kind of just trying to join the fun, naturally. Got some iframes there. Go ahead and finish him off. Take out this little bugger right here. Back away for the explosion, and then we'll take out the one that's at the top of the stairs. Alright. Jumping heavy attack, we'll finish him off. We'll get past him. Alright, when you do the attacks that finish them off and make them burn to ash, they won't actually explode. So a jumping heavy attack is one of those attacks. Sometimes any charged heavy attack will do the trick. So we get the Mount Lingtai seedlings here. This is a unique soak. So if you go to your inventory, what else am I picking up here? I hate when new things show up, makes me nervous. There it is, right there. Duplicates. Okay, so your duplicates are of course referring to a Pluck of Many. So this will extend the duration of how long they last. So again, if you like a Pluck of Many, it's a very costly spell, but it's not a bad one at all. It's just not one that I typically like using, just because it burns through your mana. I prefer using the Mobilization and Cloud Step and spam those as much as I can. We got a bat enemy and a few of the bros, but if you get close enough, you can actually do this. Immobilize just about everybody. You can take on this guy for free. Is he dead yet? Okay, very good. So now we're safe, right? Take out one at a time. If you kill them close enough to each other, they will, you know, splash damage the others and kind of chain chain to their little bros, and that's perfectly fine. Back away here. He's probably going to get blasted. Look at that AoE, I'm telling you, it's massive. It's very deceptive how far it goes. Like that was actually, I was almost a little too close to it, just so you know. So we're going to be heading over here in just a moment, but we have to circle around, okay? So for now, we're just going to go up these steps. We have another Rhino enemy to take out. But there's a bat first, so let's make sure we aggro him first if we can. Take him out from afar. That's alright. Oh, he interrupted me. No, that's not good. We'll take out this guy first because the other guy's going to be immobilized behind us. Remember, immobilization or spreading that word is one of the best relic upgrades you can pick. This dude's gonna die. There you go. Finally dies. He gives us mind cores, which are great for making celestial medicines. They can permanently enhance your health and stamina and mana. We'll take this guy out next, and then we can finally rest at this shrine. There you go. We'll rest over here. This should be the Height of Ember shrine. Do be sure to rest here. Because there's going to be some difficult fights up ahead. They can be difficult, especially if you are not on the offensive. So stay aggressive like I normally tell you guys in all these encounters, so you can keep the enemy from switching to the offensive. Keep them on their backs. Keep them on the defensive. Alright, so if you can see, there's an enemy right there. You can tell because he's moving. He's actually going to jump on over, and this is going to be a little makeshift boss arena. He's going to knock over that pillar first, though, so let him go through his little motions. Once he's happy, we can go ahead and immobilize him, and then we can just go crazy on his legs. This enemy doesn't have tons of health, but he hits like a truck, so use everything you can. This is the father of stones. I'm assuming he's the papa, and related to the mother of stones somehow. Can only guess how. Probably through marriage, right? Very good. Make sure to dodge behind when he starts doing his crazy stomps. And his butt, if you stay behind him for too long, he does crazy butt stuff. You gotta be careful. It's that roar that really gets you. Just finish him off. Don't be afraid to use your mana. If you need to go back and recover it, you can surely do that. So anyways, he's taken out now, so good for us. He is no longer a threat, but what we can do is we can top off our mana because he's a spirit that we can absorb. So now we have the Father of Stones spirit skill available to us. We'll take a look at his spirit skill. It's right here. And we're going to go here, take a look at it. This one increases your crit hit chance and critical damage. So it just roars, it kind of pushes enemies back. I was hoping he would do something more stompy, but not so much. This is a pathway we're going to be going. That's forward progression though, so we're going to go this way instead. So let's go down these steps. I'm going to pick this fire bellflower here. And we can go left down the stairs. There's going to be two of these pillory enemies. It's really hard to lock onto this one. Dodge away. Lovely. When you let them actually get attacks in, they can be quite annoying, but other than that, just wait out and just go ahead and take them on. Alright, so do not pick that mushroom. That's going to be an enemy. So instead, take out this guy first and then the one behind him while he's trying to figure out who the hell you are and what's going on. He hasn't even aggroed yet, so we should be good to go. Now he's aggroed. There you go, we got the explosion. Perfect timing. We'll keep going for a little bit more right here. See if we can get some iframes on the next one. Well, we'll just keep him going. If he doesn't want to attack us, I don't mind. I am perfectly fine with chaining light attack combos. And that's why it's important to have your stamina maxed out. Now, we can aggro our little mushroom friend here. Watch for the cheap shot whenever he comes out. There you go. Perfect. Alright. So he's been taken out. We can use our anti-miasma powder because we still have it equipped. And here you're going to either want your cool powder to cool down when you get burnt. Or you can always use the fireproof mantle. Just having it equipped is going to help as well. So don't you worry. So now, instead of heading back from whence we came, we're going to go down here and get some revenge on these pesky little archers. So that's archer number 1. That's really the only one we can get revenge on. That's the one that was shooting us from afar when we were trying to take on the bat enemy. And so right over here, we're going to be faced up with we're going to be ambushed. So he's going to come from the ground here. Go ahead and get your light attack combo going. If they roll around, let them flail around till they're on their backs, then you can attack them. There you go. We're going to back away because it's going to explode. In a bad spot here. Just going to circle behind him. Jumping heavy attack. He's still going to pop because he's on fire and that will kill him. And then he'll pop. So while they're exploding, we're going to go ahead and grab the fire bellflower, and don't forget to grab the fragrant vine here. This is some good stuff. Really easy to miss, by the way. So now that we got the fragrant vine, there's nothing else on this cliff. Now we can head upstairs, back from where we entered this particular area. And then we're going to head left so we can finish off this little cliffside right here before we enter the double doors. Now there's another turtle treasure enemy. Remember, these guys have unique masks for us. You can certainly farm them. This is not a bad farming spot. It's actually one of the shortest hikes to one of these guys, so this could be an opportunity for you to farm one if you're having trouble getting the mask. Let's see if we're lucky enough to get the mask. I have a feeling we may not be, but we're going to do our best, right? Right, not bad, not bad. Just staying on the offensive here, keeping him on his back, keeping him stunned. And he didn't give us the mask. They're being stingy with the drops. Alright. So remember, fire is going to be one of those annoying things we're going to be dealing with quite a bit. But don't worry, because again, the fireproof mantle is pretty solid, and it's fire resistance. And also, just by dodging 3 times, you will extinguish any fire if one's on you. Once we open this doorway, we're going to hear someone screaming. Don't mind that, and don't spend too much time looking around. Run down past the bridge, and you're going to absorb the will over here. We're going to go down and take on the gray bronze cart in due time, but not yet. If you try and drop down from here, you'll take a considerable amount of fall damage and possibly even die. So absorb this from afar. If you absorb it too close to the cliff and he hits you with the fire, you'll fall forward and die. So don't do that. We're going to go inside this cave and we're going to take out all the enemies first, one at a time. We want to do it really methodically so that we don't get blasted or ambushed from behind. So take out that enemy first. We'll take out this one next, and then we're going to go outside. This little nook here has a treasure for us. So head this way. And you can open this treasure if it lets you. Perfect. Now we have the amber prayer beads. These are pretty solid actually. If I recall correctly, they give you a critical hit chance and moderately increase the speed of building up focus. So focus is how you do all your heavy attacks and your strong attacks. This is awesome to have because in the event that you're having trouble building it up and you just really want to continue staggering an enemy, you can do kind of like what I do without having to manage the stamina as much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top off my gourd. I'm going to go ahead and absorb this will here, and then we can take out this enemy. Alright. So we'll take this one out first. There's going to be a mushroom enemy that we don't want to activate just yet. Get back, because again, that was actually almost too close again. And then we're going to have a bunch of bros here. We have this. We're going to leave this here just in case we get hurt. And then we have tons of pillar enemies that are going to be coming to join us. So take them out first. The main enemy will aggro before long if you get too close, so just go ahead and use your immobilization as soon as you get a chance. There you go, big attack there. There you go. You know, we can actually use these guys to deal damage as well if we need to. He does move pretty quick though, he covers lots of ground, so you'll find that more often than not, you just kind of keep it classy. Stick to the usual, we should be good. Alright, so the key is taking out this guy here, but he's just being kind of a jerk, so we're going to go ahead and just use our transformation. Take out these idiots. There you go. And we can de-transform. Get out of this mess. He aggroed prematurely. Oh, I think it's because he took some damage. Look at that. That's funny. We're breaking the game again. This is the second time we've broken the game on stream, huh? He's not even letting us aggro him. Let's go ahead and top off our gourd. Give the mushroom guy a break. I think it's because all the commotion was going on. Yeah, he won't let us pick him up. It's just a mushroom enemy, though. One of many that we've defeated. And they don't have any... that one in particular doesn't have anything unique. It can just have a higher chance of dropping the rare mushroom, so that's interesting. I'm not sure why it did that. We can absorb our new spirit skill, though. And then we're going to be heading towards the exit. Alright, so now that we've got the Charface enemy spirit skill, we can take a look at it real quick. And here we're going to have moderately increased charging speed. That means you can charge up your attacks just a little bit faster. Heavy attacks in particular. So now we can head this way. This does not have an eye in it, believe it or not. A Buddha head that doesn't have an eye that you can just extract or pluck out. There's going to be another Charface right here guarding the coffin. So watch for the ambush. I usually go straight to the immobilization for these guys, to be honest. I don't like to give them a chance, because they're pretty erratic with their movements, so just get behind them when they die. And you can open up this coffin. And then as we explore the valley, we're going to be coming up on the gray bronze cart that we saw from up above. It was actually raining fire on us. So there's going to be little nooks to the left and right you can go into to avoid its fire breath, and you certainly want to use those, okay? So first things first. Run into here, aggro the enemy. First nook you see, turn left. Once the fire kind of dies down, you can continue, and then there's going to be a will up here we can absorb. Save this one for later. So let him aggro. Okay, he's chilling. That's good. So we're going to do this, and we're going to let him hit us once he wakes up. So this 1 hit here, 2 hit, and then let him hit us. We want him to burn us or do something so we can do our Skull Crusher. This guy's just taking his time, though. Hello, Broseph. You're more than welcome to hit me. The one time, you know? The one time I want him to hit me. So there's Skull Crusher right there. Then we can kind of de-transform. And then we're going to build up as much of our focus points as we can. Big light attack combo there. Use our immobilization. Continue our light attack combo. And we'll just continue this little chain here. There you go. He's stunned again. Once he comes back up, we'll finish our light attack combo. Do a heavy attack combo here. Stun him again, and then we can go ahead and finish him off with a light attack combo. So that is how you take on the Gray Bronze Cart without really taking on any damage at all, or without using any skills, really. In terms of the mana usage, we kept it really light and low, so it's perfect. So now we're going to have a boss fight. This is our first boss fight where we have 2 enemies at the same time. We want to go for... there's 2 heads. You want to go for the bald head first. The head with hair, I should say, is nearly impossible to hit. I don't know any other strategy. I can't imagine anybody fought them any other way, but I've developed a strategy that works since my first playthrough. So we're going to defeat the bald head first. Once he's down, we're going to use that bald head as cover, and when the head with hair comes and charges us, it's going to actually get knocked out and knocked unconscious and then fall on the floor where we can attack it for free. So this is one of the best strategies I've used, and it is fan-frackin-tastic, so I love it. Alright, so first things first. We've defeated 2 carts, right? So now we're going to be talking to the bull after we face off with this enemy. But let's go ahead and get treated to this cutscene first. The little fox again. It seems like we're just always saving foxes or avenging foxes.
Help me, please! Things went south in the mountain and I barely escaped. But on my way down, guys captured me. I've been kept here for 3 days. But now my luck has returned. My savior appeared here right in front of me.
Alright, that's the... I think it's, there's Quick as Fire and Fast as Wind. I think Fast as Wind has hair, and Quick as Fire is the rolling head that has fire. There it is. That's the one. That's our target right there, okay? Quick as Fire. And Fast as Wind is that little bastard. We'll be getting him next. Hideous, I say. Hideous. Alright. Dodge as soon as we can right here, and we're going to run to the right and circle around this enemy, okay? There you go. Quick dodge. Oh gosh. Wait until he's done doing his little fire stuff. We're going to be fine with our fire mantle on, so don't worry about it. Take on this enemy first. He's our biggest threat. He actually prematurely bumped into his friend. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're going to see happen. But we're going to cause that to happen on purpose. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. Go ahead and activate your fireproof mantle if you like. You'll actually get health by being in fire, so that's a secret ability that I don't think anyone's really noticed. A secret trait about these things. It's insane. But the mantle's going to be fantastic. You're going to get health just by standing in fire. Always keep the head in between you and the head with hair. As soon as he thinks he's smart, just go ahead and immobilize him and... Oh my gosh. Keep doing work on this small head here. Alright, now we're going to heal, so we're going to come around and heal right here. And some more damage to this head. Still have the fire mantle effects protecting us for a few more seconds. Go ahead and heal just to be safe with all this fire around. Heavy attack, and then finish him off with a light attack. He should be dead here. Just a moment. And this will be done. There you go. Now he's dead. So circle around and keep him between you guys. So whenever he comes in, dodge, and you'll avoid that, hopefully. And just go in and do as much damage as you can. So at this point, once he starts getting up, we can use the immobilization spell. So, and then we'll be able to deal even more damage to him before he gets up. There you go. Now go find the bald head again. Run towards it for your cover. You can heal if you want to, just to be safe. You should be fine. But as he does his dodge attacks, if he hits the wall or if he hits the enemy, or the head enemy, you're gonna be good. So let's continue using the head as cover. Find the head. Here you go. There's another strike here. Dodge. And now the head's gotten knocked right over. We're gonna get over here quickly with a quick step. Big attack here. Sprint back towards the head for cover. Alright. This is kind of like his vacuum cleaner mode, so just once he gets past this, run away. Alright. He'll probably be changing direction. That's perfectly fine. That's more devastating if there's fire on the floor because he sucks it up and spits it right out, so. There you go. Dodge around. We can go ahead and jump in and do a big heavy attack here. That'll knock him on his butt. Do more damage. As he starts getting up, we're going to immobilize him. Do another light attack combo. There you go. He's down again, so we can do another heavy attack combo here. Light attack to finish him off. And that's quick as fire, fast as wind. One of my favorite boss fights. After we see this cutscene, we'll be activating a second shrine, so we'll be good to go.
These eyes have seen prettier disguises. Yao Guai, your true face, out with it! If a single lie slips, my rake shall strike true.
That was so close. Thank you for saving me. I am the Bull King's daughter, Pingping.
Nonsense! The bull has no daughter. Dare to fool me, scoundrel!
Shubaje might be
I know
onto
who you
something.
are. My mother is Princess Fairfox. You killed her.
He's like, oh, maybe I did. Oops.
After my mother died, I've been living with my father. His wife, Princess Rakshasi, took me in as her own.
All these illegitimate children, I
Later,
tell you.
Brother came back from Bodhisattva Guanyin, and we reunited. We had some peaceful days. My brother was kind to me and to our parents. But somehow, not long ago, he suddenly changed. He secretly summoned his old troops for a coup, imprisoned father, kept mother under strict watch. I had nowhere else to turn. I had to go for help. But barely after leaving the place, his minions fell upon me.
The Bull King's might is known. Even together, Wukong and I couldn't rival him. Rakshasi's plantain fan is also formidable. And you want me to believe that they were subdued by a kid?
Subdued by their son. Who else could make them put their guard down? Really, with soft hearts, they could never harm him.
You idiot! This fox is fooling you!
Look at this place. Only my brother's Samadhi fire could wreak such havoc. Oh no. My father is dying. Please, kind monkey, help me and my family.
So Pingping is requesting our assistance to help her save the Bull King and then get the plantain fan to put out the fire. The fire that her brother has raged on.
It'll come in handy.
He has spread a fire amongst across pretty much the mountains,
That's
charring them.
I know well. I'll go ahead and take a look.
As per usual, Jubaje is going to leave us to our own devices, but he did give us a cicada that we can possibly use to transform a little bit later. We'll find out though.
Bonnie!
Alright, so she takes like the most difficult path possible. I'm just gonna, take the stairs. So we're gonna take the normal route. So we're gonna go this way, follow the essence here, and Follow this little natural ramp and take the steps. But before we go to the shrine, just make a sharp right and grab this. It's so easy to forget this because we're going to do some fast traveling and a little bit of backtracking in this area. This one doesn't have much at all, which is great. We got some increased maximum health, which is always sexy. Now we can go ahead and rest at this shrine, and then we're going to warp to the Camp of Seasons. Remember, I said after you defeat the second cart, go back to the Stalwart Bull. So we're going to rest here, reset the world, travel, and we're going to go to the Camp of Seasons. As you can tell, there's an NPC there. I love that quality of life there. That's so nice to see the NPCs wherever they're at. In most instances, it works really well. I do find that in Chapter 2, specifically with the yellow-robed monk, the pig, it doesn't track him too well, as he moves from, pretty much shrine to shrine. Anyway, so from this shrine, you're going to work your way down the steps. You can't drop down and take the shortcut. There's an invisible barrier, sadly. One of my few gripes with this game is the inconsistent hitboxes with larger enemies, and secondly, the invisible barriers. But that's really all I have. Other than that, it's pretty fan-freaking-tastic. But here's the Stalwart Broseph. We're going to speak with him, exhaust his dialogue.
Neither does my axe. Bring me more revenants so I can chop them up.
He's just kind
My words. The
posturing.
Red Boy's carts are nothing more than a distraction. Thinks he can outwit me. Bah, that brat. Make haste and head up the mountain. We must figure out what he's planning.
He's really pumped up. I like this guy. He's a lot of fun.
They are called 5-element carts for a reason. What's your tally?
So far we defeated 2.
The entrance is secured for now. You can go first, and I'll catch up with you later.
Now once we exhaust his dialogue, which I believe we've already done, there won't be much else for him to say.
King once told me that each of the 5 carts has its own unique nature. The king once...
Alright, so now that we've done that, we can go ahead and warp back to the Camp of Seasons shrine. We're going to go back to Ashen Pass 2. But the key is, that dialogue actually triggered a secret encounter that you would normally miss. So he is actually going to help us fight an elemental cart a little bit later in the future. An instance or an occurrence or an encounter that we never would see had we not spoken to him after defeating the second cart. So it's actually really cool, and he actually is pretty helpful. He pulls aggro, he does a decent amount of damage as well. And this cart is unique in that it is not tied down or stuck in between like a valley or anything like that. It can move freely, so it's quite the jerk. So we're going to go to Ashen Pass 2, and from here we can go inside the next cave. We already opened the chest, which increased our health significantly and permanently. So we're going to be going straight to this cave now and following the fox. She's just right there, if you can see. Pingping is right off in the distance, right there where my head's at.
What secrets did Master Pig whisper to you just now? I've let go of our blood feud, but he still holds so much hostility. My brother's minions are everywhere. Stay close to me, kind monkey.
Alright,
Brother and I used to play around there.
we're going to go straight through.
Sick of their ways of amusing us. What fun we had together. I'll get through this hole, and you can pass by that pack ahead.
You should absorb the double will, and then you can go through. This is kind of a longer area. I'm assuming these sequences are kind of like for loading in, but I don't mind it. It just looks so good to see all the staffs and stuff up close. Your armor set and the hair. I don't know. I love the way this game looks.
My paws meet your feet.
It's gorgeous to look at. Alright, so from here we're going to run straight, and if you look up, you can actually see the Bull King himself. He is injured. But you can't see his wound just yet, but that is the Bull King. He's massive. Towering almost as tall as the mountains that we are going through right now. Again, having the Pilgrim Set's fantastic because we can move even faster. This wall of flame here is going to be put out or extinguished. And once it does, there's really not a clear indication of it, but you will return here for lots of secrets, okay? So the only thing here now is this will. So come up to the left here and absorb it. Aside from that, you're just stuck by, pretty much invisible barriers, the firewall there, and there's only one path to go. So we're going to be heading down this way. And this will trigger the next sequence. In my opinion, my least favorite part, because there's tons of these rock enemies from Chapter 2, but this time they have the flame variation to it.
There is a secret passage to her palace. She should be there, but she'd never give you the fan to be used against her precious son.
So let's drop on down. No fall damage, baby. Lovely. Alright. So be careful not to just run straight.
Quite nearby, there is a deity we can turn to. One said to be Mother's old friend. If we could persuade him to come along, maybe he could talk Mother into giving us the fan. I'll go find him. Be careful out here.
So she's going to look for the keeper of this area, and he's going to hopefully help us out and obtain the fan, so we'll see. But anyways, use your lock on and you're going to see there's all kinds of enemies around. These enemies can actually drop a unique soak. If you defeat them, that's also an enemy right there. So you can do a jumping heavy attack, and if you have focus points, it'll actually stun them. If not, then wait for them to come out, and then you can circle around back and destroy them. We should have a staff that's strong enough to do pretty much take them out in a single light attack combo. Yeah, these guys are the worst. They can scorch you like nobody's business. Stay away from them when their heads are on the floor, because they're actually going to create a lava pool there. But they're in the water, so they're semi powered down or nerfed, but even so, the fire will scorch you. Even in here, so just be careful. Alright. So we've taken out those guys. That's kind of an introduction to them. Again, you can do a heavy attack, and if you get them, it actually knocks them out, and they can't hurt you. It gets you an opportunity to get in some cheap shots, which I love. Remember, stay away from them when their head's down, because they're going to just scorch the earth. And you can go in for some light attacks. And they're doing it again. Already scorched me. You guys are jerks. It's like an instant scorch, even with the fireproof mantle on, so... Alright, we're really close to a shrine. This is going to be our hub shrine we're going to use for the rest of this area. This particular area is actually pretty challenging. Make sure that you can, feel free, anyways, to use all your abilities here. You're right next to a shrine, so... This is the guy from 300, Afertes, the ugly dude that betrayed Leonidas. So I'm still pretty salty about that. That fire breath is probably the most devastating attack he has. And he doesn't actually do it too often, so... Interestingly enough, he chose to do it and almost kill me with it. They know when you're recording, There you go. We took him out, we got the new portrait entry. Those enemies do not drop unique items, but they do have an elite variant that does. So now we're activating the Valley Entrance Shrine. We're going to be facing off with a handful of enemies. This is kind of a trek over here. We got to go across this valley and then down a hill. It's not actually very long, but there's just tons of those stone enemies, including the small variants that like to kick. So we're going to go ahead and try and face off with these guys. Wait for their little stupid attacks. So they got like usually a 2 to 3 hit flurry, and they can kick. These do not typically, die out and then revive like the other variants from Chapter 2, so that's good. The blue variants are probably the worst. A light attack combo for these guys usually takes them out. You don't have to finish the combo in most instances. And then we are going to have a few others up here to the left. That right there, anything that's smoking like that. So just kind of get close, jump away. There you go. 3, dodge the head area because you're going to get scorched. Light attack combo. There you go. And then if you have thrust stance, not bad to use at all because it's probably the most ranged stance you can use, so definitely create some distance between you and those guys. There you go. And now I would suggest we change out the pills. So if we get to next time we go back to the shrine, we can definitely look to see which ones extinguish fire, because there's going to be tons of enemies just catching us on fire here. So let's see what we have here. If not, we can always make one. There you go. So we're going to need the body cooling powder. Instantly removes the burn stat. Okay, perfect. So we'll equip this for now. We only have the one, but we can always craft it. We probably have plenty of ingredients needed to do so. There you go. It's usually a 2-hit combo. They've only been doing the single combo and not even any follow-up kick attacks, so that's good for us. We have another enemy from 300 down here. Don't go crazy on using your abilities. Instead, just kind of, you know, get an initial ability in so you can get a nice little rhythm and then go for the attacks. If he slams his shield down twice, you're going to typically see a fire falling down from above. If he does it once, he might just breathe fire instead. So you want him to stick to his melee strikes, ideally. So watch for the fire breath. There you go. He slammed it down, so just be careful. There you go. We're just going for the shield, really, more than anything. It's just like a failsafe, I'm telling you. One slam. That means we really got to look out for that. We're going to go ahead and use the quick step to get behind him again. You guys have tons of health. Their shields in particular are quite difficult to get through. But there you go. So he's down. And those guys do respawn, so they're kind of a nuisance. But what we're going to do is we're going to continue on this way. Continue going down this hill. There's tons of enemies to our right. They can shoot out fire from afar, but instead just kind of keep your cool. Avoid this enemy for now. We're going to head to the left. Watch to the left, though. Alright. There's the kicks that I love. Now from here, what you can do is you can actually grab this double will. So if you need to top off your mana, you can do that. Just a single, sorry, my apologies. But you can top off your health or your mana there. The people talking, that's actually the bosses we're going to be facing off with next. The very next bosses. These guys are jerks. They're actually a lot more difficult than the other bosses we face off with. Because they can blind you and kind of paralyze you in place and all kinds of terrible things. Alright, so we're going to be continuing on this way. Remember, because we have the fireproof mantle, we can walk in the lava. Otherwise, we'd be taking continuous damage and we'd likely die. So once you grab the plant, go ahead and jump across this little barrier here, and the path continues. This is one of our little friends, so we can do a jumping heavy attack, stun, light attack combo. Watch for strike number 3. We're scorched. We're going to roll 3 times. Well, hell, we'll keep rolling, I guess, because we're still on fire for some reason. I don't know why we're still on fire, but that's fine. We're going to use our fireproof mantle then in that case. And this right there, that pile of rocks, is the enemy we're going to be facing off with. So we got the fire date seeds, very nice. Nice that we got the seeds already, that's great. Big damage for that guy there. We can immobilize him, and ideally we want to circle around to the back. When you first lock onto him, he's going to want you to lock onto the front, which actually makes it very inconsistent to hit him because his big old head's kind of leaning down on us. So we're going to do our focus point combo there. See if we can build up a little bit more. You can do your transformation as well, whatever you need to do. I mean, this is a fight to the death, so because you're in lava, we're going to be taking continuous damage, so the Skull Crush is going to build up really fast. So if you're able to even kind of spam it, and feel free to do so. There you go. Get behind him. More than anything, this guy just has tons of health. He's not particularly devastating in any way. We're gonna do our big strike here. That's gonna hurt him. That's gonna leave a mark. Light attack combo, dodge, and then we finish off our strike. And once we defeat him, we can actually get his spirit and a Samadhi crystal. I don't know why the fire lasts for so long. I don't understand that. It's lasting more than 3 dodges. I guess in the lava it's a bit of an exception. So, but anywho, we can top off our mana and health. We can absorb his spirit, and we're gonna go harvest that tree off in the distance. Fortunately, we already got the seeds for it, so that was fantastic. Now, if you notice, we got the Samadhi crystal, and I'm going to show you exactly what that is, but let's take a look at our new spirit skill first. This is really funny because look at what it does. You turn into an actual rock. So this increases your 4 Bane's resistance. I want you guys to see the other item that we grabbed here. The Samadhi Crystal. This is 1 of 3. You can hold up to 6, but in a single playthrough you're going to get 3. And these can be used to craft weapons. So there's going to be a nice powerful weapon that we can use. And hopefully our goal will be to use it on one of the bosses in this area. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's Samadhi Crystal number 1 of 3. So now that we've kind of cleared out this little left-hand side here, it's really easy to miss actually, but we got some more work to do. So first things first, we're going to head right across over here. We're going to avoid this idiot for now. And then there's going to be 2 of our little stone enemies, the ones with the little humanoid legs. Try and wipe them out quickly. Let's see, 1, 2, watch for behind for the attack. Waiting for that ambush, there you go. Very nice, 2 and 3. There you go, we're extinguished. You can go ahead and top off. Absorb the will. And now there's a series of these little fireworms. They're going to drop flame ore. You want to farm up at least 4 of those. You're going to have much more than 4 though by the end of this sequence. But the key is to knock out these fireworms quickly. Take them out. And you're going to be getting flame ore. We already have 1. So I mean it's as easy as that. It's a very common drop. Light attack combo is great, but honestly the heavy attack combos are just far superior, so if you have any focus points, do a jumping heavy attack and then a light attack flurry to knock them out. Alright. And then just dodge periodically just to make sure you don't get hit by them. There you go. These variants are a little bit stronger. They have a few more attacks in their disposal as well, so... Take all these enemies out though. Don't go too far to the right behind this guy. We're going to be going to this area at the very end. So for now, just kind of keep it cool. Take out this other enemy off in the distance. He can snipe you from afar, and he's a hell of a shot. They're actually all pretty accurate. And we're going to grab this, and then we got to go back a bit, because if you saw there was a mushroom, but guess what? It's not just any mushroom, it's a mushroom bro. And he's going to try and attack us as soon as he gets out. So there you go. Lovely. We'll back away from the poison because I can't deal with poison and fire. At least I don't want to. Alright, so we got the purple Lingshi and 9-cap Lingshi. That's usually what they drop. Almost a guaranteed drop at this point. So this enemy here is going to be unique. I advise that you immobilize him, and then you run towards these guys first to take them out. He's a unique enemy. He's actually pretty powerful as well. Don't let him get the best of you, because he certainly can and will if you let him. He deals tons of damage. There we go. Get the Wandering White here. Actually use our transformation if we're able to. Very good. Yeah, this guy, he might be a... look like a standard type enemy, but he is incredibly powerful. Deals tons of fire damage as well. And he's got a decent amount of health considering. So we'll do our Skull Crusher attack. This should take him out. Now we can de-transform. And then I hope you guys can open this chest and then prepare to cry, because this is going to be one of the most saddening parts of this entire game. So we have a spirit we can absorb here. This is a double will, I think. Let me see here. A double will, so you can gourd use up to twice, and then we can absorb this will, and then I hope you guys are ready to say farewell to the horse NPC. So he's actually been swallowed. So pull on this. We're going to pull on a total of 3 times to exhaust the dialogue, and then we're going to clear out the rest of this area.
Death. I desire but the complete and final cessation. My life for the card's demise. I deem it worthy.
At least he took the card out with him, so we actually defeated it.
You should walk away.
We'll try and pull the whip out once again, his signature weapon.
From death roots life, and from life, death. I should have discerned his malice. Since I've bid farewell with kind words, you should depart now.
We'll do one more, and then he's going to warn us not to pull it anymore, or he'll scatter his soul from his body, or pretty much destroy his soul. We don't want to do that. This will be the final time we speak with him.
My body has been exploited. I beg you to leave my soul in peace. Go. Take the whip now. My soul shall scatter. I implore you to stop.
Do not pull it again. Instead, we'll leave him in peace and say farewell to our friend, at least for now. That quest isn't over yet, so take out this enemy first, because it's one of the rock enemies, believe it or not, one of our little friends. This is a considerably weaker one too, so now you can take out these bros. Jumping heavy attacks are great to start off the fight. Dodge for the fire, especially if you're doing too long of a combo or focusing too much on a single enemy. And now we have a little difficult fight up ahead. We have a turtle treasure, but this one's going to be the variant that is a spirit skill we can actually absorb, or, you know, I guess, yeah, a spirit skill we can absorb or add to our arsenal. So this one's really tough. Really tough variant here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, please don't be nice. No! Please don't be mean, I mean. You can be nice all you want. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so scared of this one. I'm gonna use my transformation. Ideally, yeah. We'll get our Skull Crusher immediately. Our might won't allow us to probably go much further with this, but hey, I'll take it. Back away from this. Dodge as soon as it tightens to land, because that will destroy your health bar. Get the iframes and take them out. Alright, so now we're in good shape. We can top off our health. We can absorb this will, replenish our gourds. And now we have the turtle treasure. And I can't believe that bastard didn't drop his mask. Well, we did get the spirit. We'll take a look at it, but first, we gotta take a look at the contents of this chest, which are really good. More valuable and mythical materials for crafting weapons and things of the like. Alright, so now that we have the Coon Steel and some Ascension Powder, we're good to go. Now, we're going to be working our way back up towards the other enemy, the Epheltes looking dude. And honestly, this would be a path where, depending on how you've managed your gourd uses and your mana, after you go up this path and clear it, you may want to actually return to the shrine and prepare, because the boss fight is pretty difficult if you don't have full mana and all that. So just, I wouldn't just rush in, you know? Back away. That's going to be a fire ability there. That shield is finally gone, so now we're good. I'm telling you, these guys are super annoying. Alright, so we've cleared out that single enemy. We've got this bro over here. We'll just use light attacks for this one. We do have a stronger enemy coming up in just a moment. So as we approach the top, there's going to be two pathways. We can take one left and one right. Right is towards the actual boss. The bosses that were kind of chastising us and making fun of us as being a monkey. And they hate monks and monkeys, it seems to be, but no worries. Now attack this enemy first, and hopefully the spirit won't aggro just yet. But there he is. He's just in the verge of aggroing, so we're not in too much trouble here. We'll use our spirit skill. Deals tons of damage, by the way. Immobilize him, and then we're just going to get behind him if we can. Deal even more damage here. Alright, just keep him on his back as best we can. Heavy attack combos just do wonders to keep these guys back. One and two. Get some health back. We need to get our stamina back, so we're going to go behind him, attack him with a quick step, take him out, and then we can go ahead and spam our gourd so we can replenish our mana and our health. So that saves us a trip. We do have a few other surprise enemies on the way up to the boss, but we should be okay with taking them out. We got the Earth Rakshasa. That's one of the new spirit skills we have. And that's the enemy that we've been fighting this entire time, the Epheltes looking dude from 300. So with this coffin, I think we get some more celestial ribbons, which are fantastic. That means we have two. So we can craft the chest piece or the head piece. We can craft all kinds of mythical things and upgrade our Pilgrim Set to mythical class, which in my opinion is strongly suggested that you do. This is one of the best armors in the game. So what we're going to do here is just take a look at the spirit that we just absorbed. It's the Rakshasa right over here. And this will moderately increase your damage reduction after you've been hit. So kind of interesting. But he just does a little shield smash. Make sure you're mashing your lock-on button, because right to the left you're going to have an enemy. So just hit him once, back away, let him do his thing. You can get behind him. These guys are super annoying. Unfortunately, I whiffed, but we're going to go ahead and just take them out here. Hopefully don't step too far ahead so we don't get molten lava. But we got the drink and the soak for them, so that's fantastic. So worth it for sure. We got the unique drop, so that's fantastic. Alright, so now from here, we can go to our inventory, look at our drinks and soaks, and we've got this, which is going to moderately increase our burn resistance. So we're going to want to change that out, especially if we go back to any of the shrines. So honestly, it's one of the things that like I said earlier, I suggest you do, but it's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to head off and fight the boss. There's one boss that uses projectiles and like this magic. And there's another boss that uses like a big piece of wood and fire damage. So you want to take out the projectile foe first. And then as you can, though, because he typically disappears from the boss fight. So there's a white enemy with long hair. He uses projectiles. And there's like a red demonish looking enemy. You want to take him out net second. So the white enemy with projectiles is the priority to take out. Because he's just really annoying. He can kind of upset the rhythm of things. So off we go. We have Cloudy Mist and Misty Cloud.
Wanted monkey, wanted star. Wanted dead or alive.
Intruders to the princess palace face.
Alright, go straight for him if you can. Interrupt his attack, because if not he'll blind you. So do some immobilization as well just to get this done. Remember to keep stunning them as best you can. Now here, it doesn't matter if you're in front or not, you just have to dodge at the right time. Now he'll be stunned. This means we can get some damage in. He does 3 attacks at once, and then this guy will slam down on you. If the projectile guy is on the arena, you could definitely fight him. If not, then just focus on taking, dealing damage to this little guy. He'll do just fine. And then this one will say 3, 4, 5. He does 3 attacks at once. Big transformation there just to kind of get them off my backs. I'll get them off my singular back. I only have one back. As he deals damage here, we can actually use this to skull crush the little one. And we'll try and de-transform right on this guy's face. There we go. Immobilization, then we can go for this one. Cloudy Mist is our priority, so. Big damage there. Watch for this, and 3. Okay, we didn't get it that time, so just keep dodging like crazy. Mash, mash, mash. There you go. It's kind of like a flashbang grenade. You're not going to be able to hear or anything. Remember, there's 3 strikes there for the follow-up. dodging. There you go. Try and dodge laterally if you can, because those attacks always go kind of like in a linear fashion. Remember, all we're doing here is watching for this guy. 3, 4, 5. And we're going to interrupt that attack there. Once he comes back, we're going to be immobilizing him, so don't you worry. There you go. Go in for this attack here. He's behind us, so be careful. And 2. There you go, he's dead. Now his brother's going to rage out, so makes it a little bit more difficult here. He's got a lot of AoE strikes now added to his arsenal. Stun his attack here. Thrust stance is great for him, especially when he's kind of going crazy. You can use the mantle too. This reduces your fire damage pretty significantly, so it's great against Misty Cloud, because he deals primarily fire damage.
No more! No more!
Okay. Go for the cloud stab. Light attack combo if you can. The tail swipe is just more of an interruption for your combo, but don't worry. We took him out. We got a handful of ingredients there as well, so lucky us. Look at us go. Alright, so not bad. Now you can top off once again, and fortunately you get their spirit skill too, so it's really nice. There's a super trolley. Just wait till you see it. Super trolley. Alright. Let's take a look at it. So this right here is the Misty Cloud, Cloudy Mist Spirit Skill Transformation. Look at that. I mean, that's insane. And it also reduces the mana cost of Cloud Step, so it's like, heck yes. So if you like using Cloud Step, this one synergizes with it pretty well. So we're going to head up the staircase now, and here we'll be upgrading our Flask to Legendary before long. Actually really close to doing that now. And I say that you make sure that it's upgraded if you haven't already, because beyond this point we're actually going to be upgrading it and getting a mythical class upgrade. So this will be the point that you want to upgrade to Legendary if you have not already. This is also a great time to look at what weapons you can craft, also to brew your different concoctions. You should start off that way, honestly, in my opinion, but it's fine. So this is the Blazing Staff of Karma. We're going to be using this once we get the other 2 Samadhi fire crystals, and we'll be getting that in this chapter. So, and then that's the Spike Shaft. I don't think that's really worth crafting. It actually is a downgrade from just about everything else you have at this point. So aside from that, we're going to go to our, we're going to rest and then go to our brew. When I first played this, I never rested. I always forgot to rest. We're going to go our Flame Mediator. And then we do have some, I think we have a Flame Resistance type gourd too. Let's just double check and see. Let's take a peek here. Drinking speed, replenishes health, grants chill, grants health. Huh, I guess not. Not a problem though. Not to worry, not to worry. We do have a handful of self-advance points or sparks we can use to allocate, so let's take a look and see what we want to kind of upgrade here. Let's see, max mana would be a problem. I don't mind getting that up to full. Elemental damage resistance would be nice too, so increasing our 4 Bane's resistance, not bad. At this point we have a lot of stamina based ones, so we're good to go in terms of all of like our martial arts or staff stances. We've unlocked a big chunk of them, so I think we're in good shape there. Alright, so now we have 2 chests to loot, so let's go in here. We can loot this chest first, and then we have like those little coffers up on that table. Right. Grab this right here. And then this is kind of an interesting pathway because normally we're going to get our max mana increased even further. So look at us go. Look at us. Let's go ahead and just rest at the shrine to top off that little bit there. Otherwise, it'll drive me crazy. But this pathway, you can easily just take the bridge and get right to the end of it. Or if you traverse the this particular area my way, the palace, you're going to get all the goodies and all the extra will and all kinds of stuff. So go this way first. We're going to take on this enemy. This is a sword-wielding variant of the buffalo dudes. Their kicks are really the biggest annoyance, but they're not very powerful. So come over here. You can top off your health if you want. It's not that big a deal, but you can absorb this will right here underneath the bridge. Really difficult to see if you're coming in from the wrong angle. And then we can continue along this way. Remember, we can traverse on the level because we have the fireproof mantle. If you did not have that, you'd be in for a hell of a time. Jumping heavy attack here just to stun him. And once he tries to attack us, we can hopefully get behind him here. There you go. Light attacks to finish him off. And there we go. We got the second variant in our portrait now. Circle around here and harvest this fire date. And then we're going to come up here and take on this variant. Another sword-wielding variant of the buffalo guys, is what I like to call them. Alright, this guy just doesn't want to die. But he's dead now, which is all that matters. Let's go ahead and open up this chest. Okay. And if you notice, and if you observe it, you're going to see that there's will and stuff we can absorb, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. We're going to actually be circling around. So we're going to go over here and cross this bridge the normal way now. This guy has a shield. These are the, I'd say, the most annoying variants in my opinion. Oh, lovely. Knocked me right off. Sir? Let's not do that, sir. Oh, with the balls. Had the wrong stance equipped. Ideally here you want to have your smash stance, okay? That way you can kind of break through these shields, break through the defenses. It's one of the more aggressive stances. But as we come here, all we need to do next is just go back onto this bridge, and we're going to go past the second bridge, take out the next little buffalo man, and then we have a larger enemy. These are kind of powered up, so I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in just a moment. There you go, now he's taken out. So it's this enemy right over here, but first you want to run past and take out the mage. These guys are actually the worst. These can also drop the Thunder Flame Seal if you didn't pick it up in chapter 3. Remember, you can immobilize more than one enemy, so you can definitely use that to your advantage. Oh, balls. Of course I cloud stepped off, right? There you go. Okay, he's just rolling around. We don't know what the hell that guy's doing. There he is. If they get too far from their post, they kind of just disappear. Alright, now he's dead. That's the way it was supposed to go. So now that we've done that, we can drop down here. Oh, my apologies. Not my apologies. I'm speaking too early. So we're going to go over here first. And then I'll show you guys where to go. You can aggro this guy. He's kind of one of the tougher enemies for sure. Just don't go too far to this lava. You're going to face up with those giants. And you do not want to do that. There you go. Very nice. Just keep him on his back. Very, very nice. Okay. Now from here, you're going to go this way. This is where we're trying to head. Take out the mage. The jumping heavy attack will do the trick. He can drop the Thunder Flame Seal yet again, but if you come over here now, if you want, you can actually top off your gourds if you need to. So you can absorb this one, and we have another will we're going to be absorbing just across the way. So the next thing you want to do, though, is actually head over to this this gourd NPC. So now that we've defeated the mage and grabbed the will, we can go in here safely. This guy won't aggro until you get pretty close. But this is the final encounter with the gourd NPC, and guess what? We have an awakened Fireworm as well. So lovely. Let's chat with him. He's not really saying much. He's pretty sloshed right now.
What comfort does this heart implore? A humble drink, its solace I adore.
Fine brew deserves a fitting gourd. Here, take this.
So now, as long as you have a legendary medicine gourd, so this one here, this will be the medicine Buddha gourd. This is the legendary class of the starting gourd. Now, we can interact with this fire, and we get a very unique interaction that you'll never see again, even in New Game Plus. So this is going to enhance our legendary gourd to mythical status. So now we have the Supreme Gourd. And the Supreme Gourd, not only does it look amazing, but it has 10 uses, and it's just really awesome. So now you have a mythical class gourd. The Supreme Gourd truly is supreme in that regard. It's the best. So now we're going to come over here and take out this enemy. Best thing to do is go ahead and immobilize him and then go for a cloud step and stay at his right foot. You'll notice that he typically doesn't have any way to defend against that aside from stomps. But all of his flame attacks are going to go right over your head. So once he actually falls down, it's really hard to hit his head, but you can certainly try. I just keep going for the foot though, in my opinion. So make sure you're in a smash stance though, it's going to deal the most damage. Stay close to that right foot. Just watch for any stomps, of course. Build up some stamina, jumping heavy attack. Oh, we missed, lovely. That's the hit detection, I'm telling you. Those collision boxes can be kind of a pain. But if you have the fireproof mantle, should be good. So he's down, and his death animation, I was surprised it doesn't smash you or anything, but it certainly doesn't. So you can grab these this triple will over here. We can replenish some of our gourd uses there. And now we're going to defeat the second giant. This giant's guaranteed to give us a unique curio, so I'm excited to beat him. There you go. Lock on. Start doing work on his cankles here. Once he comes over here, I'd like for him to come this way. It looks like he's kind of just chilling. Yeah, he's not going to participate. We got to get out of this scorch right here. He put us in kind of a bad spot. He never goes this way. His back is usually up against this over here, so kind of silly that he did that. Not a big deal though. We're going to activate our fire mantle. This will put away our fire and we'll get some constant healing. And then we're just going to get in close here. Kind of annoying that he did that. Normally his back is up against the actual mountain wall and not up against the kind of building area, because that's where enemies are, so we can aggro more of his friends, and we don't want that. Let's keep him busy here. Keep using the smash stance and the heavy combos. If you have the fire mantle, you can pretty much just run right through this stuff. Heavy attack. There you go. Go for the ankles again now that his head's down. We should be able to take him out this combo. This one has much more health than his little brother, because he has a unique curio he's going to give us. So we get the gold button curio. He's taken out finally. But yeah, that guy's incredibly annoying. So we've got some enemies up there. We're going to actually go back around. Remember the stairs where we met the Rhino? It's just over here and to the left. We're going to circle around here first, because there's one more will we can get, and it's easy to miss. So we're going to come down here and grab this, absorb this will. Now we're topped off, and then we have a handful of enemies to defeat, a few mages as well, so nothing particularly difficult. Alright, so we're going to come up this way through here, take out this Rhino dude. Or the buffalo guy is what I like to call them. The Rhino dudes are the ones that have the flaming horns. Let him go. This guy's a menace. Alright. So he's been taken out. We can go make a hard right and take out this mage right here. Oh, he doesn't cause any issues. And hopefully he might drop the seal for us, but I guess he's going to be a jerk. That's fine. We'll jump, attack, and do this. Take out this mage next. Another jumping attack. Let me take this guy out in peace. Feel free to use whatever you need. We'll be coming up on a shrine before long. There you go. So now all of these enemies have been kind of taken out. And now that we're here and we've absorbed that will, we can activate the Emerald Hall Shrine. And then we're going to be triggering cutscenes. So rest here. And then we're well on our way. We'll be facing a boss after this lengthy cutscene. And this boss, in my opinion, first phase is actually really easy. There's just the second phase that I find quite difficult because if you recall the fight with Zhubajier with the transforming like catfish looking thing, you're going to fight another variant of that is just even harder to hit. He moves around even more so.
Keep this cicada safe with you. It'll come in handy.
This is all a cutscene, you can't really control it. But you can watch this interaction between Pingping and her foster mother and then the keeper of the Flaming Mountain.
When did you start caring for that old bull? Do you not think you can hide your secret wish from me? You wish you could rule this mountain with your brother once we are finished.
If you won't act, Mother, then I implore you to lend me your plant and fan to save Father.
Words from cunning foxes. You just want to trade my fan for a smile on your brother's face.
I owe my life to Father, and to your kindness for taking me in. Brother was good to me, but I would never betray my parents for him.
Say no more of the fan. We raised the boy. Guess this is what we deserve. But you... why are you here at this very moment?
Rakshasi, I'm not a part of your
And this
family.
guy's pretty cool. He's actually a jerk, but I actually do like his character, but unfortunately he's not very helpful to us.
The destined one had arrived.
The destined one, who doesn't even know what he's destined for. Those old bastards must have pulled a muscle coming up with the name.
You and I both know who he truly is. When the time comes, your children, your husband, and even this very palace could all turn to ashes.
What do I have to fear from a mere pawn? He's no match for us. He can't even rival the power of my fan.
Once the truth is revealed, suddenly he is here. Do you not find it odd? Such a twist of fate.
The truth? The truth of what? Who are you talking about?
I heard the destined one had obtained all the other relics.
Oh yes.
Rakshasi, your situation is grave. Do you not see who mandated his return? Were those relics really bestowed for your good? Perhaps amid these schemes and plots, we've unwittingly become stepping stones for his rebirth. For others, I care not. All along, you are all I care for. I say we should leave together. I vow to treasure you dearly, just like when we're up there.
I never thought that one day you'd be the only one I can rely on. I am overwhelmed. Come, sit with me, and tell me what to do.
Don't let him, Mother! Don't you see?
He started
He's
walking
taking
up real
advantage of you.
creepy. I don't like that.
You lecher! I called for your help, not your treachery. How dare you!
A child of a concubine should know better manners. When I first crossed paths with her, your bull of a father was no more than livestock, munching on a patch of grass.
Have you no shame? Mother, don't be fooled!
Enough of your endless prattle.
He'll be trying that on us before long.
No, that's better. Rakshasi, have we not been this close since our time in Tushita Palace?
Well, yes, I do miss the old days too. We were so happy back then.
Uh-oh.
What in the blazes?
No tricks here. It's just my hoof. You deserve to know before we kiss.
You will live to repent this!
Of course, that's Bajie being a jerk.
Lowlife! You dare take her form and beguile me!
My old friend, wasn't it fun? Have we not been this close since our carnage in the fox den?
You abhorrent fraud! My candid words were wasted on your foul ears!
Candid my hoof. Your revenants are everywhere. I thought you'd have better lies.
And here we go. We're gonna appear just in time.
Heels, huh? Well then, boy, let us teach this brazen adulterer a lesson.
This first phase is awesome. Second phase, not so much. Look at this.
Savagery knows no cure. But you will behave once my sourceless water from Tushita drops.
Alright, let's do this.
I've aided your journey once. Now I shall aid you again on your way to death.
Cloud Step is always a great way to open up the fight. You can immobilize and do a light attack combo. Just keep the pressure on this guy. Once he shoots those orbs out, go towards the either one of the orbs. The enemies in white will be melee based. The enemies in black will shoot projectiles, very slowly though. So just be careful and make sure you dodge them. Lovely, lovely. Stay away. Thank you. Now this is where Bajie actually comes in handy because he actually pulls aggro every once in a while. Take out all these archers first, they're actually more of a threat. The enemies in white are the melee based ones, they're not that bad. It's just more so when they gang up on you, it's kind of cheap. Alright, so here we're gonna go for this guy as well. Get shot in the face. Take him out. And where's his little friend? That should be it. I guess Bajie took out his. Come in close again, do the immobilization. There we go. Cloud Step. So a few more hits and he'll be taken out.
Meditation granted you no wisdom.
Alright, this right here is actually pretty interesting. This is our chance to avenge our horse guy friend. He's actually pretty tough, so he's got a lot of health. So switch to your Azure Dust transformation if you're able to. Take him out. Once we defeat him, we'll actually finish out the horse's quest line. So you can use our Azure Dust Skull Crusher transformation right there. Fall on his head, and then just kind of wait for our abilities to farm up. Dodge behind him because he can go crazy with his attacks if you're not too careful. But together with Bajie, you can keep him stun locked for the most part. There you go, big attack there. Light attack combo. And now that's going to close out phase 1. Phase 2 is the catfish, which I absolutely hate. So remember, we actually freed the horse gui's soul, so we can return back to the cart. and maybe get something for our reward for helping him.
Emerges the divide. Now,
Ew.
you shall be feasted upon by my young fish.
This thing sucks. Mostly, you're going to treat it the same way we did as Baje's fish. Attack it whenever it's doing a spray attack, and also just try and avoid it whenever it's starting to do its melee strikes. That's really the worst strikes it can do. You also have an opportunity to do a deflection whenever it uses its projectiles. So it usually starts off with the projectiles. Oh gosh. Baje, useful as always, has now been consumed. So what we're going to do is wait for it to see if it's going to actually telegraph in its first attack. Typically this introductory strike is the projectile, so let's just see what it's going to do. Just a melee strike there, so okay, he's not going to be too tricky this time. Usually they're kind of jerks. Alright, just keeps dodging here when he's underwater because he can kind of come at you like crazy. The slam attacks are incredibly powerful. Heal. When he sprays like this, that's an excellent opportunity to deal massive damage, okay? So immobilization will work just fine, so just go ahead and get as much damage as you can. This guy can deal tons of damage, or take tons of damage, I'm sorry. He doesn't really deal tons of damage, he can take it all. Alright, so let's see, what are you going to do now? Dodge when he gets in close. Keep dodging when he's underneath to dodge the melee strikes. The third strike's really the worst. There you go. When he starts spraying, we're going to be in good shape. Now this is where you want to be careful, because he's going to start having these little things appear across the map. Okay. Watch for this tail stripe here. Now if you get nervous or you always have the transformation you can use in a tight spot, okay? So don't forget about that. Watch for the tail swipe, there you go. I'll go for some big damage here if we can. Let's do some heavy attack combos. We missed, that's okay. He's above us, so now we know to start going ahead and doing our deflection right now. Right. Gained a bunch of focus for that. See if we can hit him with it. Oh, lovely. Big hit. Get in close here and dodge the spray. You can get in some cheap shots here. If you get in a tight spot, just don't be afraid to heal. This is a longer fight, so dodge. And he does a third jump here, kind of the worst move of the combo. There you go, big damage. Gonna go for a light attack here. And a heavy combo if we can. He does like to roll whenever he's in that injured state, so just be careful. Watch the tail swipe. Okay, he's doing the projectiles again, so build up your stamina, and then start deflecting. This will just build up our focus, so it doesn't hurt us any. Go ahead and use your cloud step. Dodge through that. Do a heavy attack there. Again, this is more of just a battle of attrition, really. Dodge. Remember, these attacks can do tons of damage, so watch for the third one. Wait for him to land. The reason I'm healing is to get back a little bit of mana. Maybe we can speed things up a bit, the damage anyways. Go, 2 big hits there. You can use your D-transformation to stun him a bit, and if he hits us, that's great. Not gonna hurt us at all. All it's gonna do is build up our meter and allow us to do a huge Skull Crusher attack, so let's see. Oh no, he's doing that. That's unfortunate. That's really poor timing. But it's gonna build up our Skull Crusher. That was the worst time he could have done. That's okay though. Not a problem at all. Run in close here. Watch the tail swipe. Watch the dodges or the whatever you want to call these things. The free willy attacks. Okay, we're gonna heal. Get in close because he's gonna start spraying. Alright, we're gonna heal again just to be safe. Can use our immobilization and then hopefully finish him off here with a big light attack combo. Let's see. Didn't quite do the trick, that's okay. Wait for the third strike. Dodge. Go in for a light attack combo. Lovely. He's being a jerk, as you can tell. He don't want to die here, does he? But he's dead. Keeper of the Flaming Mountains has been defeated. Very difficult fight. It's a very long, drawn-out fight, in my opinion.
Disasters are sure to follow. The turmoil you witness is but a ripple caused by a drop from above.
Alright, so now that we defeated him, we're back in the area where, I guess the throne room, where the queen was.
Gone already? Bad news after a good nap. He's gone too far from a furnace servant. A decent lad he was. Decent until ruined by brother Wukong. Then destiny carried him further to fall for the wrong woman. You, go up this way. Check if any way leads up. I'll go look around. The owner might be gone, but her treasure might still be there.
And right he is. She's got a very impressive drink that we can use. It is the Long Balm, and it's a mythical class drink, so it's really awesome. There's only 3 items in this entire area. We just got one of them. The secondary item is just over here in this chest. And then we have a meditation spot. And once we tag the meditation spot, we'll have cleared out this entire area. We got tons of stuff from that entire area, encounter. Really, really cool. So let's go meditate real quick. And then I'll show you all the goodies that we just got. This will be an excellent stopping point too for this episode. And after this, we'll be heading up to pretty much the very end of this level in this chapter. And then we'll be activating the secret once we defeat the 5th and final cart. So we're well on our way to do that. So in the next chapter or next episode, we'll be closing out chapter 5. But getting all the secrets beforehand, unlocking all the remaining Samadhi crystals, defeating the secret bosses, crafting a brand new staff, and more. So we've got quite a bit to do in the next chapter, but it's actually going to go by pretty quickly. It'll be one of the shorter episodes for sure. So now that we're here, we can simply just return back to the shrine. And what we're going to do is take a look at the goodies that we got, and we're going to return to Zodiac Village and craft up some pieces of our armor. You guys are going to love this. One of the best sets in the game. My personal favorite. Alright, so the brew is going to allow us to take a look at the soak that we just got, which this is going to help reduce our cooldown for spells, but it actually impairs your movement significantly. Like, you cannot move at all. You're stuck to like a walking speed. This right here is the Long Balm. It's got 4 slots for soaks, so not bad at all. It heals only 30% of your health, but it increases the damage you know by the next attack. So like if you have a charge attack you're building up, it's not bad to have. Aside from that, we can take a look at the other items. I believe we got a chest piece, which is the Yin Yang Taoist robe. This one's really neat, but when your health is above half, you're in Yang state, which reduces the damage you take, but disables critical hits. When your health is below half, the next one's in Yin state, and this massively increases your crit hit chance, but massively increases the damage you take as well. So it's like a kind of a glass cannon kind of risky build. It's pretty fun though. Definitely pretty fun. The gold button was what we got from those giant red enemies, and when at full health we significantly increase the damage that we deal, so not bad at all. Let's go ahead and use our Ruyi scroll, and we're going to return to the Zodiac Village. We're going to request some medicines and hope that Shoe Dog can give us some of the body cooling powders. If not, we're going to make our own, because we're going to be on fire quite a bit. But yeah, this is we're approaching the end. I imagine we have only about 2 episodes left, so this is pretty exciting. We've got the second part of chapter 5, and episode 6 should only take 1 chapter if we were careful.
Self-refinement is the way to make.
So we can request medicines, and then we're going to craft some as well.
But be wiser than relying solely on them.
So now we can make, let's go ahead and make some celestial medicine, see if there's anything else we want to kind of bump up here. Defense is not a bad thing to take, to take into consideration. Bump it up even more.
Seek from without.
Again, you just want to feel out whatever you feel. Like, for example, if you're like, man, I'm taking too much damage, I'm not tanky enough, just kind of move things around. Get your health up first. You know, you definitely want your stamina up pretty high as well. So. Alright. In regards to the gourds, we've got all kinds of good stuff now, but we can actually upgrade our Lotus gourd. And now we can get that one up to legendary status. We can upgrade our drink even further, the monkey drink. Now it's the monkey brew, and it is mythical status. It's insane. 50% health regen is amazing, so absolutely solid one. But I do prefer having the ability to increase some of our mana as well with each drink. We can harvest all of these ingredients, and we can deliver some new seeds. Let's go ahead and deliver these seeds to our little friend Chenlong. He loves doing this stuff. He sounds like he's complaining, but he's fine. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to craft the first few pieces of the mythical part of this set that we're currently wearing, the Pilgrim Set. I'm super excited about this. I've been wanting to do this ever since the very first episode of this series here. So first things first, we have 4 celestial ribbons, so I suggest bumping this up to the mythical status, and take a look at that. I mean, that is just a thing of beauty, is it not? That just looks so nice. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, so we just have, if you looked at the actual armor we have itself, it's now been increased to 120 defense, which is about double of what we had at the legendary state, so it's insane. Same thing goes for these. I mean, we can actually bump these up to the mythical status, but I suggest waiting just a bit if you can, because if you get one more piece of celestial ribbon, you can actually create this mask piece, which is really nice. But if not, I mean, if you're impatient like I'm kind of feeling right now, you can either choose the wrist wraps or you can choose the leg wraps. Honestly, the leg wraps will give you more bang for your buck, so we're going to use this for now. And then we'll do the celestial ribbons. We'll be getting a handful of them in the secret area, so we'll be able to craft the remaining set. So we'll not only do the pilgrim's wrist wraps, but the actual pilgrim headband as well. So we'll have at least 3 pieces coming up next. So let's take a look at this armor. It's incredible looking, and the defense is fantastic. So now that we're all maxed out for the most part, we've got 2 mythical pieces of armor. We are looking really good. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ending the stream by heading over to the Valley Entrance Shrine. That's where the horse squire is, and you could tell because the NPC marker is on there. So once we head out here, we're going to actually end this episode, and we'll be continuing here shortly with the final episode for Chapter 5. And this is going to be us closing out this chapter, finishing up the side quests and defeating the rest of the bosses, and of course locating the secret area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you found any value in it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It lets me know you want more content just like this. As I've mentioned in the previous episodes, as a full-time content creator, it's so important, and you have no clue like how appreciative I am to have you guys just engage and view these videos, because that allows me to maintain my dream of becoming and staying a full-time content creator and make that a reality. So I just want to say thank you all so much for being the best part of my channel. I just want to let you know that we'll be continuing this episode, so be sure to click on the videos on screen to jump into the next episode of the series, the ultimate 100% guide for Black Myth Wukong. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and until next time, it's Inhuman One signing out.